on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. Yeah.
Willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von der Stanley Parable. Ich habe mir für heute etwas ganz Besonderes überlegt, das werde ich gleich sagen. Aber erstmal für die Leute, die noch die erste Folge nicht gesehen habt, guckt es euch an. Die Playlist ist in der Beschreibung, Infocard am Ende des Videos verlinkt. Denn ich habe das Intro übersprungen, wie bei jeder Folge. Und ja, wir werden jetzt, ich erkläre euch jetzt mal, was ich vorhab. Und zwar hatten wir in der ersten Folge das Telefon abgehoben, wo wir zur Frau kamen, hinten in der Halle. Und das machen wir jetzt nicht, weil ich habe das mal angespielt, bevor ich das Let's Played habe. Und da habe ich den Stecker ziehen können. Da kam was anderes raus. Und ich weiß nicht mehr ganz genau, aber ich meine, das ging. Ja, wir gehen da jetzt mal hin. Und dann bin ich mal gespannt. So, das war, meine ich, rechts die
When
Halle,
Stanley
ne?
came to a set of
Ja.
two open doors, he entered the door and this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, deeply, madly
Der
love.
Text, den kannte ich noch nicht.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Nö, wir
left.
gehen geradeaus. So. Ja, da ist das.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Ja, hängen aber auch hier
Please,
gefährlich
stop
drin.
trying to
Guck
make
mal.
every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
So.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Vor allem ein Raum
to let
für ein
her back
Telefon.
into your
Aber
life.
naja.
She's been waiting.
Hier.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music
Ja,
comes
das war
in,
ja,
fade
das
to
kann man,
white,
kennen wir ja
roll
schon.
credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real
Anleitungsvideo.
world. Please observe this helpful instructional
Oh
video.
Gott, was kommt denn jetzt? Ah.
Choice. It's the best
Oh,
part
my
of being a
God, yeah.
real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice. Ja, schön. Und nu?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do
8
you make more than
Entscheidungen pro
8?
Tag
Less?
mindestens.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Hey, wie sieht hier denn
Welcome
aus?
back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Hi. Zurück wieder oder wie? Sieht so aus. Hey, war der Zaun eben auch da?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Wie mir immer unsichtbar die Türen aufgemacht werden. Do not lie. If you are lying, right now stop. Wir sollen nicht lügen. Wenn du lügst, dann stoppe. Dann hör auf. Hi. Das sind immer so kleine Sachen, die das Spiel einbauen. Hier auch irgendwas Besonderes. Ne? Ich finde immer cool.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would.
Ich würde gerne mal was
That means
ausprobieren.
choosing
Jetzt ist
responsibly and always
ja.
putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Und zwar sind dafür schon wieder 2 verschiedene Enden und wir werden mal beide ausprobieren. Ich gehe jetzt mal nach rechts. Ich glaube, da passiert dort nicht so Gutes, aber ich weiß es nicht. Wir gehen mal nach rechts.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. Wir sind aber so too late.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever.
Ja, der Beamer
I couldn't
läuft
live
noch.
that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Oh.
I have to.
Oh Gott. Was denn jetzt? Ei. Oh, wieder hochgefahren, das Spiel.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
das
left.
Spiel tut uns das direkt da reinleiten wohl. Aber was passiert denn, wenn wir noch mehr reingehen? Dasselbe? Ich weiß es nicht. Ich traue mich aber nicht nochmal. Ich gehe jetzt mal hier rein. Bin mal gespannt, was hier passiert.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Hey, hier konnten noch runter, ne? Eben.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hey, das war doch eben anders, ne? Das sieht anders aus jetzt.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Können wir nicht. Ich weigere mich. Es geht nicht. Tschüss. Oh, jetzt wieder aggro.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nein, jetzt geht aber nicht. Tolle Bilder übrigens. Ja, ein
I'm sorry,
Problem.
is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Oh, der arme Panda.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Wo sind wir jetzt?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Oh, das ist der, ne? Den wir spielen. Wir gucken jetzt sozusagen als der
Stanley?
aus anderer Perspektive.
Are Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
So, das war hier wieder ein Ende, beziehungsweise, ja, es war ein Ende, so. Und da kamen auch gerade The End und Credits, aber keine Sorge, das ist nicht das Ende, weil es gibt noch mehrere Sachen, die wir erkunden werden. Die Credits werde ich auch am Ende nochmal einblenden nach unserem Let's Play hier. Aber, ja, es war sehr cool mal wieder, muss ich echt sagen. Besonders am Ende, da die Szene, die fand ich echt gleichzeitig aber auch irgendwie ein bisschen traurig und irgendwie, ja, das Spiel ist echt gut gemacht. Ich weiß echt bald nicht mehr, was ich dazu sagen soll. Dazu kann man nicht mehr viel sagen. Naja, ich werde jetzt dann demnächst werden wir dann noch eine Folge aufnehmen, beziehungsweise wohl eher morgen. Und dann sehen wir uns wieder. Und unterstützt die Entwickler auch gerne mit, indem ihr das Spiel mal kauft oder spielt, weil das Spiel hat es echt verdient, gekauft zu werden, finde ich. Naja, auch gespielt zu werden. Nur kaufen bringt ja nichts, das ist nicht der Sinn der Sache. Okay, macht's gut und ciao.
I can hear the shots